The role that SDN and NFV will play in helping networks succeed was a major talking point in one of the workshops at the annual INCA Conference in Newcastle today. One of the panellists was Craig Thomas of Calix. Craig, what's the Calix position?
So, I think from a service provider point of view, when it comes to SDN and NFV, the drivers are going to be multiple and very different depending on the size and exactly what you're doing from a service provider point of view. So if you're a large tier one, you may be moving to an SDN environment already because of all of your investments in data centers, in core networks, as well as the access network. While for pure access providers, the drivers may well be different. The key point being is that whatever you're investing from an access point of view, you have to be aware that SDN is going to be happening, whether it's today, tomorrow, or longer in the future. So any investment you make in SDN and in a new access network, whether that's fiber or copper, you have to make sure that your investment is SDN ready, with no middleware, with no needs for doing massive integration into OSS, BSS. Invest in platforms that is built from the ground up to be SDN ready.
What about the access layer?
So we're investing over the last 5 years, significant investment in something called software-defined access, or SDA, which is really taking all the lessons from SDN in the data center and the core and everything like that, and delivering it into the access network as well. So really separating the control plane and data plane, making everything stateful, basically making everything compartmentalized so you can in effect make changes in your network and the control plane, whether they're services, IGMP, layer 3, routing functionality, as well as security, subscriber management, and have the network always on because it's stateful. And that's the lessons we've learned from the data center. It's fast, always on, simple and secure.
And what's the driver for an operator to turn to this?
So I think that driver or catalyst will be different from one service provider to the next. Some may be moving fast and they're already incorporating SDN, so they need to have the SDA that plugs directly into the SDN network with netconf yang type interfaces from the ground up. No middleware, as I mentioned before. For others, it may well be that there's going to be a catalyst that they're investing in new technologies, moving from maybe GPON to NGPON2 or VDSL2 to GFast. Now, why wouldn't you invest those new platforms to be SDN from the ground up or software-defined access from the ground up? I used a case in pilot in the US who are deploying in multiple big cities. The key driver for them was they're investing in SDA and SDN at the same time, and they wanted to make sure that that network was always on. There was no maintenance windows, even if they were upgrading the network, so they could offer a 24/7 SLA to their business customers.
It's certainly going to be a very interesting period, isn't it?
I can't believe being so busy so much of the time talking to service providers about their SDN strategy, but also understanding when they're going to move, and the decisions they're making in their access network is ultimately affecting their SDN investment as well.
Okay, well, thank you very much for talking to us today.
Thank you.